What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to change up the content on the channel a little bit. We're going to be messing around with a little bit older truck, as you can see from the thumbnail. Now this is 2001 Cummins. It's my buddy's truck. It's a super clean truck. Now it does have like 150,000 on it, but for any older truck, that's really not a ton of miles for being in 2001, and it's super clean with no rot. What we're gonna be doing today is throwing an Edge Pro Comp on this thing because it's a super nice truck. It's just, everyone knows these older trucks, if you have one, how slow they are. So we're just trying to pick up some more speed with it. And the good part is, it's an older truck, you don't have to worry about emissions or anything like that. And it's really basically a plug and play module. It's an Edge Pro Comp. So we're just gonna throw that in there and just try to pick up some more horsepower with it, make it a little bit quicker. But without further ado, let me show you guys the truck. Like I said, it's a super clean 2001 Cummins. As you can see just how clean this thing is. There's really no rot on it or anything. And the nice part is, these older trucks, you can throw a straight pipe on it. As you can see, it has like a 10-inch tip on there. It's like a burn barrel. But the truck's super clean. Roll pan and everything. Looks really nice. Like I said, we're just gonna throw the Edge Pro Comp on here. And the best part about this truck that I want to show you guys really quick is it's a 5-speed. So we're gonna have a little bit of fun with this. I'm gonna take it on a little bit drive before and try to show you guys the best I can filming, like kind of how slow it is. And we're just trying to pick up some more power with it. So without further ado, let's start up on a little drive with the 5-speed. All right, let's start her up. Always got to do this a little bit before you start it. And like I said, the best part is with these older trucks, you can just throw a straight pipe on. It's not even tuned, and the truck will run 100%. It sounds very nice already. But like I said, we're trying to try to pick up some more power with it. Now I'm just trying to get this filming in really quick because it is that time of year. It gets dark at like 4 o'clock, and it's about 3:50 right now. So let's go on a little bit drive and show you guys what it's like driving this 5-speed. Now I'm gonna try to do this the best I can, film and drive. But like I said, it's a super clean truck. And you can actually hear the turbo and everything like that for being stock, which is actually very cool. But let me find my phone. I just slid off. But I'm gonna get in the main drag and just show you guys like a little acceleration pull and how slow it actually is just revving through the gears. That was 40, and that was almost pitting the whole way too, and that's 4th gear. So like I said, definitely does not, you get used to power levels like on my truck. It seems like it's very quick, which it actually is, because it's making like 550 to the wheel. But you get used to power levels over time. You don't realize like how slow something else is until you actually get into it. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get in the main street here and try to go through the gears a little bit more. There's really nowhere to set my camera up. The only thing I hate is how flat this is. Like you can't put your phone in there or anything like that. Like my phone already flew off. But let's get on the main street here and try to get a little bit more acceleration pull. It actually sounds very good. Very hard to film and drive and stick one-handed, but I wish I had someone else with me. Yeah, it was 40. We're just gonna try to pick up a little bit more power out of this thing. The Edge Pro Comp, I was reading up on it, it's a pretty good module from what I'm reading. Like I'm not really too familiar with the older trucks. I know like you can get like a cheap tuner like that, throw it in there. It's like, I think it was like 750 bucks. It's nothing too crazy. We got the hot unlock on it too, so that's gonna be pretty fun. And yeah, let's get back to the garage and start getting that installed. Very good, surprisingly. I love the way the Cummins sound. They're more of a groan to them, no whistle, but this truck is so loud and video will do no justice on how loud this truck actually is. Now this is the tuner I was talking about. It's an Edge Pro Comp. It should be basically plug and play. There's only like really a few things you got to do. Don't quote me if I am wrong because I'm not a wizard on these second gens like I am on the L5Ps. But I'm pretty sure you got like this Fuller valve in here you have to put on the turbo. Basically, I think to make it think it's getting less boost than it actually is, so you'll get more boost out of it. And then just a couple of these things, you just got to connect them under the hood. Then you just mount this module right up under the dash, and there's a little button on here that turns it up or down depending on what level you want, and it'll read to you right there what level you are on, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. This one got the hot unlock. I'm probably not gonna mess with that one too much because it's not my truck and I want to blow it up. But yeah, we'll start getting this installed. We'll pull the truck into the garage, pop the hood, and yeah, the only thing I'm kind of a little bit concerned about, which shouldn't be an issue, normally you run this one wire to the engine bay through the clutch pedal. Now this truck is a manual, and normally that hole is just open for if the clutch were there, you could sneak it through. But it shouldn't be too much of an issue. I should find another way, or if I could probably still just sneak it right up through there. But that's really the only thing that's probably might be an issue. But other than that, like I said, it's pretty much plug and play. So let's get after it and see if we can make some more power with this truck. We got it in the garage. So the first thing we're gonna do is just disconnect the batteries. Like I always talk about, if you're messing with anything electrical, it literally takes you like 15 seconds to disconnect the batteries. So we're gonna go ahead here now, unplug the batteries, and then we're gonna just come over here into the truck, because you actually have to wire this box into the fuse panel right in here. So I'm gonna pop the fuse panel out. I'm pretty sure it's like number 4 or 5 fuse. I'll confirm when I get it plugged in. But you just plug it right into the fuse box, and then that supplies your power in case like it ever trips or anything like that. Now this is the fuse that comes with the kit. You want to pop this box right here, and then I'm pretty sure it's a number 9 fuse. So I'm just gonna look at the diagram on here, get it plugged in. Then when I get it plugged in, I'll show you guys what it looks like. This fuse here, I think it's for the glow shift, was in the way. It's the 3rd fuse over, so I'm trying to put my head in here. So this is the number 9 fuse right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it. We're gonna go ahead, save that, put it in the spare location. And then all you're simply gonna do is just take this one where that slot went, get that plugged in there like that, and then we'll just route that down and through, and that'll be our power for the Pro Comp. This is the main harness right here that's gonna be running everything. This end here actually goes into the Pro Comp. This other end has a million wires on it. We're gonna snake that through the firewall. I'm going to let you guys know where I end up snaking it through. There's not really a lot of light in here. I'm going to try to go for the clutch like I talked about originally, but if that's not going to work, I'll let you know where I end up routing it to. Then when I get that through, you're going to hook this red wire up here to this, snake it down and through, come out right down here, and then yeah, I'm probably not going to drill the box up here into the dash anyways. I'll let him put that where he wants. I think it's Velcro anyways, but he already has something in here. This truck's very clean. I don't want to mess around with it, but I'll get that in there, and then at the end, I'll just let it float down there, and we'll figure out where he wants to mount it. When he tells me, we'll just stick that up and in there. Got my phone in here for light. This little circle box, what I ended up doing was I ended up snaking the wire through from the outside, just so you're not snaking the 10,000 wires at the end of the harness in. Right there, that circle. I don't know if you can see it because it's such a crappy angle. But right up top there is where I ended up snaking it through. Like I said, I put that one end through to make life easier so we're not snaking all 10,000 of these through. Now we're just gonna go ahead and hook it up out here. Now for once in my life, I think I lucked out. This sensor right in here, this one right here, I'm gonna take my light just because the lighting's very poor. We're gonna take that one, and then that's a map sensor, so we're gonna hook that up to the edge. We're gonna take the existing one, hook it into the edge module to allow it like bypass stuff like that. So we're gonna hook that up now, and there used to be like a cover there. For some reason it's not there anymore, which is nice. It's a lot easier to get to. If that cover's not there, it's a pain in the butt to get to, but we're gonna unplug that now, hook it up to the edge, and then we'll keep moving along here. Alright, so they actually give you a new map sensor you have to hook up. So they actually hook that map sensor up to the engine block, and then there's 2 ends coming off, and they'll just go accordingly from the harness from the edge. One goes to the actual factory wire, and the other end goes into the end of the new map sensor. So now that that's done, we're gonna move up to here. We have to get them, I'm pretty sure it's the throttle body and the horn. We're gonna have to get these pulled off because we're gonna have to tap a wire. So let's start on pulling that off and get the wire tapped. We got the splice hooked up. Now what I'm gonna do is the ground wire, I'm gonna put it to the horn, ground it when I put the bolt back through right there. And then we'll get all this put back together, then we'll move on to the turbo side. We're gonna work on getting the boost elbow on. You're gonna have to remove the intake. The truck has a nice S&B on here, so we're gonna get this removed, and I'll show you guys what wire you have to pull down here. This will just slide off, and we'll get the new elbow installed. Now that we got the intake off, this is what I'm talking about right here. This little fitting is what we're gonna swap out, so you just gotta loosen this clamp. It comes with a new one in the kit. It's a 7/16, we'll unscrew that, get the new one screwed in, and we'll be on our way to start this up and take it for a drive. Got the boost elbow out. This is the old one, the factory one. and this is the one from the Edge. So basically all I think this does is just give it a false boost reading to make it think it's under boosting, to give it more boost. Now it looks like this factory one has some thread tape on here, so I'm just going to throw some thread tape onto this fitting, get it screwed in, get everything plugged back in, and we'll take it for a drive. So I got everything rounded up. What I decided to do was the ground. There is a factory bolt on the engine right here that I just put the ground wire to. Better than putting into this intake. I rerouted that. That's the only thing I changed, put the ground wire there. Everything else got hooked up the same. So now we're just going to start the truck, make sure it starts up with no issues. Hopefully it starts up. It shouldn't really do anything. I also decided just to go ahead and mount it right up in here, the Pro Comp. Just put the Velcro on and sticks right to the dash. So let's give her a start. See if she starts up. Always love when it starts up like it should. So we'll let it warm up for a couple minutes and then we'll take it on a ride. We're out test driving now. It's super dark out. So I'm gonna have my brother over here record for me. We're just gonna try to get a little bit of the acceleration. Actually very impressed on how much power this truck actually has now with the new tuner on it. I mean, this thing actually rips now. The only thing is, I don't know if you guys can see me or not, but I think that is actually draining the fuel rails. Now I talked to him and he said that there is a lift pump on this, but he's not sure when the filter was changed. So it's definitely, the fuel filter is definitely, I think, clogged. Because on the bigger tune, it actually shuts off if you pull on it pretty hard. But he's gonna get the fuel filter changed, and we'll see. We'll check back in a few days. I'll let you guys know if that fixed the problem. But other than that, this thing is actually phenomenal. This Edge Pro Comp works really well. You can see down there it's plugged in. You can actually control on the fly what setting you're on, 1 through 5. I'm running on 5 for now, just to mess around with the car a little bit. But I'll probably turn it down and just run it on 2 or 3. So that's about it for this video, guys. If you like what you saw with the second gen, be sure to leave this video a big thumbs up. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. It really helps the channel out. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Stop these conversations.